Well, I'm out on the Revolt today. And I'm facing a bit of a dilemma. It's all about gadgets. And let me start off by saying I love a gadget. When you get to the point and you go, how many gadgets do I want compared to how many gadgets do I need? I was listening to the wireless the other day and there was a quiz program on. Husband and wife were competing against each other in this quiz. And the host, they do a bit of background. And the woman said, one of the things that we found frustrating was her husband's cycling obsession. And I laughed, because I'm obsessed. But fortunately, I have a very generous wife that allows me to do this. But then she clarified. She said, it's not the fact that he goes cycling. She's quite happy with that. It's all the stuff lying around the house. Wheels, tyres, bits of bike. And she said, and he always wants something more. There's always something else he needs. And I laughed at that. Because that's me. I mean, this Revolt has got an FSA chain set on it. And I want the whole group set to be GRX. Morning. So I'm on the lookout for a GRX chain set. I upgraded the fast road to 105. And I've got a box of bits that I took off it. I've got 2 sets of wheels in the attic. But it's not the bits that I'm talking about today. It's the gadgets. I started off cycling, as I've said many times, about 18 months ago. The first thing I got was a cycling computer because I wanted to track my progress, really, because it's really easy to thumbsuck, guesstimate, say, oh, I think I did about 10 miles today, but in actual fact you did 5. So I got the cycling computer just to track the distance and so on. And when I started out, I was so unfit. It really was a struggle. And I went up some fairly small hills. And I couldn't make it. And I've heard of a lot of people who start doing too much when they're really unfit and they get into their 50s. And they end up having a heart attack. So I was going up hills and I couldn't make it. And I didn't know. It takes you a while to work out. Is it my lungs? Is it my heart? Or is it my legs? So I decided that I would get a heart rate monitor. I felt that was quite important. And I went up a hill, and at the point where I thought I really couldn't make it, I mean, after I'd been riding for a little bit, obviously not in the very first days, And I went up a long hill, and at the point where I thought I was really struggling, my heart rate was at 160. So I kind of set that as my limit. But all I had was a little watch-size Garmin. It was difficult to put 2 or 3 fields on there. So I decided to get another one. And being as I was new to cycling and fairly new to the area, I got this Garmin Edge Explore. Right. Because I wanted the maps more than anything. And the bigger screen, of course. And then I found out that the more sensors you put into these things, the more accurate the data is. So I decided to get a Cadence Sensor, because I want more accurate data. I want to know if I'm trying hard enough or if I'm just being lazy. So you can analyze stuff at the end of the ride and have a look. But really, most of the data requires a power meter. And I'll be honest, I don't see me getting one of them unless the price comes down significantly. Because the cheapest power meter I've seen is about 350 quid. And for a leisure cyclist, I think that's just too much money. And that's my point. How many gadgets do you want? How many do you need? Do I want a power meter? Of course I do. Do I need one? No. And of course, as you progress in this activity, the things you didn't think were important before do become important later on. As your distance and so on improves and you do more on the bike, it's quite a hill. I'm normally going the other way on this road. So when I got the Cadence Sensor, they come in packs. You can get speed and cadence sensors together. Well, I didn't get one. So I've got a GPS, I know what speed I'm going. It turns out that's not quite true. Turns out the GPS signal isn't that good. So quite often, when you're riding under trees on a cycle path, and I know, going downhill, well, 15 to 20 miles an hour, and the GPS is showing 6. And that's a little bit frustrating. I will say, it does seem to correct itself once it downloads the data and compares it to the map. Even so, it doesn't help you when you're out and about. Morning! And one of the other things I find frustrating about this GPS is even when you're not under trees or anything, when you're riding at an altitude of 300 to 400 feet, and it shows that you're 91 feet below sea level. I don't mind a close pass up here. So I'm trying to decide if I need or want a new GPS. And if I do, which one? One of the features I really want is Climb Pro, because I'm rubbish at hills, but I do go uphill. Mainly because I live in Wales, but I also want to try and improve my hill climbing. And if I do get another one, which one? Because they've all got different features, some you like, some you don't. But the big issue is, the minute I get one, they'll bring out another one. It's got even more desirable features. And that's always the problem with gadgets. There's always a new one. There's always something better to suck you into spending more of your cash. So let me know in the comments whether you've got every gadget known to man, or whether you avoid them like the plague.